What's up, Guns Out Nation? I'm sure Michael Singleton.
And I'm John Keys.
And we want you guys to like, comment, share this video, and also head over to gunowners.org to support Gun Owners of America, who are our largest sponsor who makes this type of content possible. We are so excited on this episode to have our good friend Jared from Guns and Gadget. You guys know him. Go over to Guns and Gadgets on YouTube, follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook, like and subscribe. He is constantly producing top-notch videos to keep all of us informed of what's going on with the Second Amendment. Jared, welcome to Go News.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here. I love you all, and I enjoy every time we are together, whether it's virtual or in person, man. Thank you.
We see you everywhere, Jared, literally everywhere.
No, I see you everywhere. You guys are the hot ticket jet setting all across the country right now.
So Jared, let's jump right into this, man. I mean, a lot of people know about your content. They know about what you're doing. I mean, you're a true patriot. You were one of the first guys who really helped us grow when no one really knew who we were. And we're always thankful and grateful to you for that. But Jared, I want to get into a little bit about your background, man, because I think a lot of times people see people on YouTube, they see the huge following, they see all of the amazing and cool things you're doing. But seldom do we get opportunities to get into, this is how we got into this. This is what I did before I started creating the content. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure, man. I am, let's see, I'm 46. I'm 6'1", 278 pounds. I'm a Leo.
Definitely was not asking for your Tinder profile, okay? We just little bit of your career, maybe, you know.
I live in Massachusetts, so you never know. I mean, everything's a come on up here. So I started my most prevalent career was I was in law enforcement for 24 years. It's coming to an end. In the middle of a medical retirement. I destroyed my back on an accident scene, and one surgery and trying to avoid a second. So the doctors have not deemed me structurally sound enough to continue without being paralyzed. So now I'm doing this. How I started the channel, I had a shoulder surgery in 2014. And while I was home, at that time, everybody was watching YouTube, and it was either a cat video, or if you were a gun guy or gal, it was like holster reviews. Everybody was doing holster reviews. And I've been a firearms instructor for over 20 years. You know, I had to watch reviews and said, hey, I can do that. You know, if these people can do that, and why can't I? So I got a holster from Alien Gear, which was the first one I ever did. Mm-hmm. And my son held up an iPhone 4 in my basement, and I think the video is still on my channel. I don't think I deleted it. And that was the beginning of the channel in 2014. It's kind of evolved now because I didn't realize back then that purchasing, you know, I wanted to do reviews. That's why Guns and Gadgets was the name. Didn't realize how expensive that was going to be. So that changed. But I would sprinkle in videos about law, you know, proposed laws or laws that had just passed, mostly here in Mass. And it was always, videos were always, you know, they had the most rabid following. People have the most comments, people wanted information. So after doing it for a while, you realize what people really want. So I shifted more towards the legal side and started covering anything that had to do with the Second Amendment, good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. I would put it out no matter where it happened in the nation. And it's taken off because whatever happens here in Massachusetts will go to California and vice versa. And whatever happens in these two states will go to New York, and it'll make its way to each state in the union if we aren't all on the same page. And that was the goal, was to get everybody the information they needed so that they could stop this stuff at their local level. And channels just continue to chug along since.
You know, it's interesting, Jared, because, you know, I had a few different outlets that I would go to for gun news, 2A news, so to speak, right? And the difference between your channel and most of the other channels that I've taken a look at is that I feel like yours is, you always have a call to action at the end of the news. You always kind of tell people what they should do with the information you just gave them, and how to, you know, either fight back or deploy further, you know, information within their own communities. So I think that's the thing that like really sets you apart, and why people really like, they tune in. I mean, when you drop a video, bro, we look at the engagement, and it's like through the roof as soon as you drop it, because I feel like people are coming to your channel because they really want to get informed and they want to know what to do. There's a difference between just getting the information and then getting the information with a call to action on what to do with it.
Yeah, man, thanks. And that's one thing that I pride myself on is I don't want to be someone who just complains about it. I want to be the one who can help let you know how you can be a part of stopping it or passing something. Because to me, if you don't have an idea on how to make a change or how to make an effect, then you're really just complaining about it. And that's my whole thing, is to stop this stuff. You know, if we don't band together and we don't work together to stop it, it's, you know, they're going to get what they want. And I don't know about you, but the last couple of years around this country for gun rights haven't been really good. So it's going to continue, and we just need to continue to work harder than the other side so that we can push it back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So Jared, I mean, like I was saying earlier, man, we've seen you all over the place, traveling all over the place, connecting with a lot of other people, really, really growing your network through different collaborations and trainings, et cetera. What have you been up to lately that's most exciting of all the things you've done over the past couple of weeks and couple of months?
Well, that's a good question, because it's been a good year, man. It's been a whirlwind. I've been blessed to be able to do this full time now. And I have to say that the last 3 weeks ago, Brownells invited me out to their headquarters and took me pheasant hunting. I've never hunted in my life prior to that. So that was cool. It was different.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was just a project kid growing up, and then you know, had a family and never really was able to even look at that side of life. So that was cool. Went out pheasant hunting and got 2 pheasants. And then 2 weeks after that, the USCCA, I was graced they brought us out to Minnesota and took me deer hunting for the first time in my life. And I scored a large buck, which was pretty cool. I got to hunt with a suppressor, those evil things that make you an assassin in some states. It was really, really cool, man. Those are 2 experiences that would have never happened if it wasn't for this channel, you know?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome, man. That's really awesome, man. Look, we about to dive into some breaking news, but don't we have to go to commercial first, sure?
We do, guys. So, you know, we've come out with these new limited edition shirts by 9 Line, and we want you guys to go and get some for yourself or for your spouse. So check this out.
Hey guys, I'm happy to say we heard your messages, mostly Shermichael, because you're messaging him, that we needed to restock some gear in the Guns Out store. So we have the limited edition 9 Line OG Guns Out t-shirts.
They are finally here, and they are selling out fast. So you have to go on Instagram, our website, anywhere on social media, Guns Out TV, and buy one for yourself or your spouse.
Absolutely. We got crops.
And we have tanks, and who doesn't like a nice tank?
So go to the site, go to the social media, and get some shirts.
No, John, you're supposed to say, let's go.
Get
and then
some shirts.
Are you going to take my part, or are you going to use your line and let me use my line and get some?
All right, guys, we're back with Jared Yanis from Guns and Gadgets, as you know, and it's time to go through some breaking news, upcoming events, and popular stories. So where do we even start there, Shamari? Because we got some interesting things under these topics, right?
John, it is, man, but we cannot go anywhere without starting with a breaking news that Jared actually just did a video on. So again, you guys need to go over to Guns and Gadgets and check out his in-depth video on these national red flag laws. Jared, what in the heck is going on, man?
A lot, man. They're trying to get this red flag in any which way they can.
Yep.
HR 2377 yesterday had a markup, which is a vote in committee in the House Judiciary Committee. And for those who don't know, HR 2377 is the National Extreme Risk Protection Order Act of 2021. And it's a red flag. That's all it is. It's a violation of several of our guaranteed rights that are recognized in the Bill of Rights. And they voted it out 24-18, I believe, off the top of my head without researching. But it now moves to the floor of the House for a full vote. And Nancy Pelosi, from what I'm hearing this morning, is salivating at getting this voted on fast. Now, there is still time to have an effect. I'm going to give the viewers a phone number that I would love for them to dial several times. Area code 202-224-3121. That is a switchboard for the House of Representatives. And ask for your representative. If you don't know who they are, they can tell you who it is and transfer you just by where you live and your location. They'll ask you a couple of questions. And all you want to say, a lot of people say, give me a template. What should I say? Talk from your heart. That means so much more. HR 2377 is the bill. say that because they're probably not going to be aware of it because they don't read bills as often as they used to. Tell them it's a national red flag law and it violates your rights, your Second Amendment rights, your due process rights, all kinds of takings clause. They want to take your guns under the cover of night off of the whim of another. You don't get your day in court. You don't get to cross-examine a witness. There's so many violations of our Constitution in this bill, but the end goal is to take guns from law-abiding citizens without any due process. They don't want that funky Constitution to hold them back. So that's the biggest one. There's also a red flag that's in the Violence Against Women Act. There's also a red flag that was in the National Defense Authorization Act. They want this and they want it bad.
Yeah, they're not giving up, John.
Oh no, they're not. And listen, it's a big deal when the internet gets a hold of this stuff. And you got all these memes where people are exaggerating with, red flag this and red flag that. And even non-gun people are taking part in this. They don't even really know the severity of this, but it just goes to show that everybody knows it's BS, to say the least. Everybody knows it's BS. They know how to use the meme, right? Because they know what the context of the actuality it really means. So it's just very interesting, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. So, John, we got something that we're getting ready to go to. And as we were saying earlier, we see Jared at everything we go to. I'm excited about this, John, and I know you've put in a lot of work to make sure that we have a good presence at this upcoming event.
Yeah. So, Jared, have you ever been to BDU Epic Shoot?
Yeah, last year was my first one.
Interesting. So what can we look forward to at BDU Epic Shoot? Listen, I've been talking to BDU, I've been talking to GOA, I've even been talking to Warrior Poet Society Network, and we're gonna have some capabilities when we go there, and we just want to kind of know what to look forward to.
Fun. Anytime you can shoot other people's guns with other people's ammo, that's fun in and of itself. There's a lot of vendors that'll be there, a lot of companies that we all know and love, and there'll be a lot of other people who, I hate the term influencer, but there's a lot of folks that are in the business, in the firearms community that'll be there as well, and it's a good time. And this year, Big Daddy Unlimited is making it bigger than last year, so there's going to be some cool surprises.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. No, trust me. I've been looking at the update emails, and everything from these lavish dinners. We got to pick our meals and whatnot. I thought that was interesting, and definitely a lot of influencers in the industry are without question going to be there. The list is massive. So we're looking forward to growing our network. Maybe setting up some new collabs and everything, man. Because range day is a range day. I think it's more about the people and the environment, the atmosphere. So that's what we're looking forward to most.
Yeah, I can't wait, John. I think we're going to kill it. And I'm looking forward to the food because Southern food just doesn't get better than Southern food.
We haven't ate at one range day yet because, you
we
hit the
haven't,
ground. It's almost like the trade
show.
It's almost like SHOT Show. You got so many people to talk to, so many guns to shoot. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, food.
Yeah, are you guys going to be there for both days? You guys going to be there for both days? Or are you going to jet set for a couple hours?
No, whatever. Yeah, no, we're there for both days this time.
Good.
You see how Jerry, you're just not gonna let the jet setting thing go.
You're not gonna let it go, bro.
I'm jealous, man. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm jelly, man. Anytime you can be in 4 different states in the same day on some, that's pretty cool.
So that means the next place we go, Jared, we got to invite Jared onto the plane. We got to invite Jared onto the plane, first class, so he can experience the private life.
Pinky up, right?
For the record, let me say this. For the record, we do not have a private plane.
I was about to say, I was going to say air quotes for that private life.
Yeah, they're already typing. People are already typing, bro.
So Jared, Alec Baldwin, man. I mean, on the set in Arizona, prop gun, quote unquote, live ammunition. Alec Baldwin is someone who has been a strong voice against the Second Amendment. He has been very pro limiting the types of guns people can have via Twitter and other places. He's delivered public statements. And here we go, finding Alec Baldwin practicing his draw on the set of a movie, didn't check the gun to make sure that it was safe, clearly pointing the gun at actual people. I mean, all the violations that we know as gun owners no-nos, big no-nos. And here he is finding himself in this position. And all the media reports, Jared, have been Alec Baldwin made a mistake. This is such a tragic mistake. We know if someone from our community did something like that, man, it would be, this is why we got to get rid of guns.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the most, outspoken anti-gun folk, like you said. And, first off, this is a tragedy that someone lost their life and another was injured over negligence. There's negligence across the board here. And with that said, if any of the 4 golden rules of firearm safety, basic firearm safety, if any of them were followed, this would not have happened.
Yeah.
Combine that with the rules, the policies and procedures that the Screen Acting Guild and anybody related to the movies has related to, prop guns, whether they're blanks or they actually have live fire in rare instances. There's numerous checklists that they're supposed to employ, again, to ensure that this never happens, because we lost Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son, on the side of the Crow, a similar type accident.
Yeah.
But it just comes down to absolute negligence. The armorer that was hired wasn't an armorer. She wasn't comfortable in her own abilities. She had it was ultimately her responsibility for all the firearms and ammunition on that set. It's now come out that the gun that Alec shot people with, they were actually target shooting. People in the crew were target shooting hours before. And there was live ammo mixed in with blanks in the armorer's cart. So there's all kinds of just negligence. It's reckless, negligent. Everybody was haphazard. But these are the same people that say that we aren't responsible enough to have a gun, but they're out there being irresponsible. And again, it's tragic that someone lost their life, but it's not the gun's fault. This gun wasn't a prop gun. It was a live gun. It shot live ammunition. And because they were reckless, because they were negligent and didn't follow basic firearm safety, because they're too proud to, because, Hollywood is full of people who say one thing and do the other. If they did what they were supposed to do, this would have never happened, but they're trying to make it look like it's the gun that just went off. And Alec Baldwin is supposed to just believe what people tell him when they hand him a gun. Nope. Every time at SHOT Show, I'm handed hundreds of guns. I look down the barrel of every one. I look down the mag well of every single one. And there's no reason that shouldn't happen by everybody who touched that firearm prior to the tragic accident.
Yep. Nope. Jared, I absolutely agree. Guys, we're going to come right back with some rapid fire questions for Jared. Check out Gun Owners of America. As we said, go to gunowners.org and support them. We'll be right back. So you're watching this content because, John, clearly you believe in the Second Amendment, which is why we want you guys to support Gun Owners of America by going to gunowners.org.
Please do. Gun Owners of America is in the trenches on every 2A argument, every 2A fight that's being had out there today, and God knows there's a lot of them.
There are a lot of them, John. In fact, guys, GOA just recently won the suit to bring back bump stocks.
Yeah, and that was significant in and of itself, but there's so much more work to be done. So please, go to gunowners.org and join.
And you guys know for a fact that the Second Amendment is constantly under attack by individuals who want to restrict and limit that right for every American, regardless of your color, race, creed, or even sexual orientation, which is why you have to support organizations like GOA who are constantly in the courtrooms battling across this country to preserve that right, John, for all Americans.
Absolutely. He said enough, man. Listen, gunowners.org. Go there. Let's go.
And get some.
This is my favorite part of the show, the rapid fire questions, because Jared doesn't know what we're about to ask him, but Jared, here are the rules, okay? We're gonna ask you 3 to 5 questions, and you literally have 60 seconds to answer each question, okay? That's why it's called rapid fire. So we don't need a dissertation here. Straight with the first thing that pops in your head when we ask you this question, all right? Now, you know what? Shermichael had a pretty easy first question, so I'm gonna let him go first because trust me, they're gonna get a little bit more challenging. So,
all right.
Yep, question 1, Jared, what is your favorite firearm?
My favorite firearm, without question, is my OZ9 by Zev Technologies. It's the fastest shooting gun out of the box. I love it. And now that it's sweater weather here in New England, I can conceal carry that a little easier with hoodies.
Oh, nice. All right. Look at you. You knew that one. Okay, here we go. Martial law has been declared within a 10-mile radius of your home, and you got to get your family out of there ASAP. What are the 5 things you're grabbing? Go.
Some food. I have some survival food, a couple guns, some ammo, some stuff to start a fire and to create a shelter.
Ooh, John, clearly he's thought about this.
You did that before, Jared?
I may or may not have thought of a few scenarios.
Okay. Hey, listen, I believe you. If anybody will be prepared, I believe you. All right.
So look, Jared, me and John, we enjoy music. I think I'm a little more diverse in my music than John, but John may push back against me on this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to push back.
Yeah, I knew you would. I knew you would. But Jared, so John, we were talking about this. We talk about music all the time. What in the heck are you currently listening to on your playlist right now? What's on repeat for you?
I'm trying to learn some new stuff. I got to hang out with Brantley Gilbert, who was really big in country music while I was out with the USCCA. Got to meet him. I've never really listened to country music, but now because I got to know him as a person before I even knew what he did, I'm trying to get into his music. He does some good stuff. Other than that, if I'm trying to get pumped up, I might have some Lil Wayne or Drake going.
Nice.
I listen to a little bit of everything. You know, there are days that it's hard rock and roll. There are days that it's easy listening and pop, and then there's days you just got to throw on salt and pepper or something like that.
Salt and pepper. Bruh. Now you see, I think Jared might be more diverse than both. I mean, I know I don't have salt and pepper. You got salt and pepper? You're sure, Michael? Be honest.
I don't.
Okay, all right. Jared, you got us beat, bro.
Heavy D and the Boys, all that stuff back then. Oof, good stuff.
Wow.
Yes, that is technically, John, before my time. Technically.
Well, definitely not before my time, but I'm from the South, so we didn't we didn't partake as much in the up north music, but those are the legends without question. And man, look at you.
No, without a doubt.
Showing your diversity there. I like that, bro. I like that.
No, I like it too. Jared, look, man, we want to thank you so much for joining us on Go News. Guys, as we stated, go and follow Jared. Check out his content on YouTube, Guns and Gadgets. You can follow him on Instagram, Guns and Gadgets. You can follow him on Facebook, Guns and Gadgets. He's doing some amazing stuff, putting out some dope content. And if you follow him on Instagram and Facebook, you really get to see how amazing of a guy he truly is. He's connecting with people all across the industry, not just quote unquote gun influencers, but as he stated, country music stars. You never know who you might see with Jared.
Yeah, very true. And listen, guys, before you go, jump in the comments and let us know if you want to see a specific type of collab between Guns Out and Guns and Gadgets at BDU Epic Shoot, because we're guaranteed to run into each other. So let us know what you want to see.
Absolutely, man. That would be fun. That would be fun.
I like that, John. I see where you're going. I like this. Well, anyway, guys, again, thanks so much for watching. Like John said, like this video, share this video, and drop those comments. And again, head over and follow Jared on YouTube, Mr. Guns and Gadgets. Follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook. I promise you, you will not be let down.
Yep, and you will be informed. So let's go.
And get some.